Muslim children. We've done a freedom of information request to the main local authorities, and the information we received is very worrying. Rochdale last year, they had 53 Muslim children. Only one was placed with a Muslim family. And it was the same for Trafford. Other authorities have got more Muslim carers, but still not enough, and no authority has got to 50%. We've not had the response from Lancaster County Council yet. This tells us that as a community we need to put forward foster carers to look after these children. They're very vulnerable children and they need our support. As Maulana said, without our support, they don't get the mahal that we have in our house. They don't see us praying salah, they don't see us saying salam alaikum, and everything else that we do as a matter of course, and they lose out on Islam. So we need to open up our hearts and our houses to these vulnerable children. The care plan for some of these children is to go into adoption. For adoption, if there's nobody in the family who can look after these children, then the court will decide, based on all the evidence available, that these children will go into an adoptive family. Alhamdulillah, there are plenty of Muslim adoptive families, but if yourself or any member of your family wants to adopt, can't have children, then it's a way to give a Muslim child a loving home. Foster care is different. For foster care, you're looking after a child for a specific point in time, okay? You're there to give them a safe home and look after them and meet all their needs. There are different types of foster care. You've got emergency placement, short-term, long-term, mother and baby, and asylum seekers as well. Alhamdulillah, we've looked after most of those children at different times of our career. 3 years ago, we got a call from a social worker. He's a manager in a social working team, and they don't usually call regarding a placement. But she phoned us up, and we had only just moved house, and she asked us, can you look after a child? Have you got space for a child? Our response was no. But then we said, why are you calling me? It's not your job. There's another team that does that. She explained the situation, explained about the girl, and an hour later, the girl was in our house with her school uniform. Alhamdulillah, we looked after her for 3 weeks. She was a Muslim girl, and we gave her all the support that she needed. I honestly believe that if she went to an English family, she would have really struggled. Short-term care is where you look after a child for a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months. And what they will do, what the social services will do, is try and make a plan for that child to go back to family. If that is not possible, then they will make that plan into long-term care, okay? So we looked after 2 children from the age of 6 and 7, 2 Hindu girls. Their family were not able to look after them, so they went into long-term care, and we looked after them till the age of 18. Alhamdulillah, they are still part of our family. They come and see us quite regularly. They were with us at Eid Day as well. And whenever they come to our house, they always raid our fridge. Mother and baby. Now, we all believe that Allah's got a plan for us. And alhamdulillah, this plan came to fruition for us last year. Our first child that we looked after in 2011, we're still in touch with her. White British girl, we're still in touch with her, just communication every now and then to see how she's doing. She had a baby at the end of 2023, and she did not have the support around her. So we were more than happy to talk to her and give her help and guidance when she needed it. Last Ramzan, they had a meeting for the baby, and I was asked to support her at the meeting. I asked my wife if she wanted to come. Initially she said no, but I said the baby will be there. So she said yes. So we went to the meeting, and at the end of the meeting, We're getting ready to leave so that we can come back home for Asr. Social worker literally ran across the room and came to see us and said, "Do you do mother and baby?" Now, up to that point, we haven't done. And we said no, and we were getting ready to leave. I'm always curious. I asked the question, "Why are you asking?" And she said, "There's a young mother now giving birth, and she wants to be in a Muslim placement." We looked at each other and we said, "Let's go in another room and let's talk." Alhamdulillah, a week later, she was with us. The following day, we went to see the mother and baby, and I gave azan to the baby boy as well. Alhamdulillah, the plan is for the mother and baby to go back to grandparents once the assessment is completed. Asylum seekers. In 2017, our social worker approached us and asked us if we would support an asylum seeker. He was from Sudan, and he was part of the exchange plan with France at the time. Social worker did not know much about this young person, but she did know that he did not speak English. So with the help of our Mahrum Imam, Maulana Arif, he put me in touch with a refugee from Sudan, and I made sure he was in our house when the social worker brought this child from Heathrow straight to our house. Alhamdulillah, we supported him to integrate into society. He's now working, contributing to society. He's looking after himself, and he calls us every Eid, and he comes round and sees us every now and then as well. Allah directed us in the Quran that an adopted or a foster child must be told about their heritage and their family background, and that is something that we always have to do. But he did not forbid us to care for the vulnerable children. Besides, as Maulana said, our Prophet, was he not an orphan? Was he not left without parents at a young age? Did he not foster himself? So, we've got that. We need to be doing the same. As a family, this support we have provided all the children and the community has been really positive for us. Seeing the children progress and still be part of our life is a blessing. When somebody asks me, how many children do I have, I'll say 3 plus 10. So if you're interested, there's some leaflets at the back. Through the network, you can contact me for either for fostering or adoption. And there will be a Zoom call this evening. So if you register, you can dial in and get some more information from myself and a foster carer. And inshallah, there's a care leaver who was in care from the age of 2. From 2 to 18, she was with English carers all the way through. Okay. When she got to about 18, she was in a care home, and she found a book, Islamic book, and she started reading, and she realized this is what I should be doing. And alhamdulillah, now she's niqabi, she's married, she's having a child as well. So alhamdulillah, the lives can be turned around. But she says herself, she was not given the support by the community when she was young. So inshallah, within the community, there are people that can support these vulnerable children. Jazakallah.